What is going on here? How do we have 3 glass cups filled with water, an egg in each of the glass cup, but one is sinking to the bottom, one is floating at the middle, and one is floating at the top? Now, this is density at play. Now, you're probably wondering, what is density? Density is used to measure the amount of mass that is in a given volume. What does that mean? If you look at these 3 cups, you notice that we fill them with water. Now, if we want to know how much mass is packed in this water that we filled in this cup, density is what is used to measure the mass that is packed in this water. And how density works is anything that is greater than the density of water, if you put it inside water, it will sink. And anything that water is greater than in density, if you put it inside water, it will float. With that explanation, you're probably wondering what is going on here. How do we have one egg sinking to the bottom, one floating in the middle, and one floating at the top? And that is because these waters have different densities. I will explain. The normal behavior of a water in a glass cup is this. Because when you put fresh water into a glass cup and put an egg in it, it's supposed to sink. And this is because egg has a little bit more density than water. Water has a density of 1.00 gram per cm cube, while egg has a density of 1.03 grams per cm cube. And because egg has a little bit more density than water, if you put egg into water, it is supposed to sink. Therefore, this cup is the only one that is behaving normal. Now, this too is not normal. And the reason is because there is an impurity in these cups. So what is impurity? Impurity in this case is anything that you will put inside this cup and it will change the normal behavior of the water. As you noticed, this is the only one that has the normal behavior. These two are behaving abnormal. The impurity inside these cups is sodium chloride. And that is salt. The salt you use to cook in your house. That's exactly what we added to these 2 cups. And that is why you see this egg floating. Because we added so much salt into this cup and turned it, the salt became more dense than the egg. And that's why we added the egg, it is floating. Even if we try to push the egg down, it will still float back up. Now you're asking, what then is happening here? The same thing that happened here is what happened here, but this one is a little different. When we poured these waters into these cups, we filled the middle cup to the middle only. Now, when we filled it to the middle, we filled these ones to the top. Then we added impurity to these 2 cups. Since that water in the middle is not filled to the top, we added the egg and then poured fresh water into the cup to fill it to the top. Because we have introduced impurity earlier to the cup, the water now have different densities and therefore it would not mix. Since these 2 waters have different densities, the one that we introduced last, which is fresh water, will remain fresh, and the one that we introduced earlier will have more density than the egg. And that's why you see the egg floating at the middle, because the water down there is more dense than the egg, while the one at the top is less dense than the egg. That's exactly how density can change the behavior of water. Now tell me in the comment section if you learned something new from this experiment, and if you're going to try this experiment by yourself. If you're going to try it in the house, let me know in the comment section. And if you did enjoy this video, make sure to give it a like. And if you want to watch more scientific related videos from me, subscribe to the channel and turn on your bell notification so that you don't miss out when I post my next video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye for now.